does Pete Rose belong in the Hall of Fame? It's a question that will forever be asked as long as he's not in, especially on a day like this when Charlie Hustle passes away at his home in Nevada at the age of 83. The Hit King had an incredible career with World Series trophies, All Star appearances, MVPs, but the fact that he bet on baseball is the black cloud that he was never truly able to shake. He denied it for a long time before finally admitting to it decades later. Some are going to argue that he never bet on his own team, but we know that if a skipper is managing for just one game and not for the totality of the season, like that could certainly skew his judgment a little bit. Um, but there is a large contingent of people say that he served his time and they should just put him in the hall already. I mean, hell, I remember going to Cooperstown back in 2010, about 15 years ago. And the first thing I saw as soon as I walked in those doors was a large cutout of Pete Rose sliding into third base headfirst, hair flying, dirt everywhere. An image that, like, when you close your eyes, you can still see it to this day. Um, Something that doesn't sit quite well with me is that there are gambling sites all over baseball and pretty much every pro sports nowadays. And you can't even go one day without seeing the betting odds of a team in a sporting contest. This is one of those topics where you're going to get people on both sides. You're going to get people that are so vehement that he should never be inducted into the Hall of Fame. He broke the rules. He's a cheater. I don't care. He's out. He should be out. Never, ever should he be allowed in. Then you get people on the other side, a lot of people that grew up with Pete Rose as their favorite player, like my buddy Paul Russo. I mean, those guys will forever stand on the ground that he should be in. I've always been kind of conflicted on this topic, to be honest with you guys. You know, Part of me says, he broke the rules, and if he does the crime, he's got to do the time. But the other part of me says, like, hasn't he done the time? Like, why can't we separate what he did as a manager and what he did as one of the greatest players of all time? I guess in my heart of hearts, I wanted to see Pete Rose get his moment in the sun and have his day where he's celebrated for all the good things that he did for the game. But unfortunately, we know now that that day will never come.